Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the 2026 Honda Gold Wing Trike. This is not just a motorcycle with an extra wheel slapped on. It is a complete rethinking of what touring on three wheels should feel like. Whether you are an experienced rider curious about the newest touring machines, or someone thinking about a comfortable and stable way to enjoy the open road, this ride has plenty to offer. Let's walk through it step by step. The first thing that catches your eye is the stance. The wide rear end with its two wheels sits confidently on the road. From the front, the bike still carries the familiar Gold Wing DNA, sleek, aerodynamic lines, a bold front fascia, integrated LED lighting, and a tall electronically adjustable windscreen. The 2026 model refines this look further, with sharper lines and premium finishes that give it a very modern touring presence. At the heart of this trike is Honda's famous 1833cc flat-six engine. This horizontally opposed, liquid-cooled motor has been the signature of the Gold Wing for years, and for good reason. It produces a wave of smooth, reliable torque that feels effortless whether you are pulling away from a stop or overtaking on the highway. Riders often describe this engine as one of the smoothest in the industry, and in the Trike it shines even more, because you have a heavier, more stable platform to carry that power. Transmission options include a 6-speed manual for those who love to stay engaged, and Honda's dual-clutch transmission, known as DCT, for riders who prefer the ease of automatic shifting. The DCT has both a fully automatic mode for laid-back cruising and a manual mode where you can control the gears with paddle shifters. For a trike, where maneuvering can sometimes involve tight spaces or inclines, the inclusion of a reverse gear and hill start assist makes a huge difference. It allows you to back up or start on an uphill without the stress or awkwardness that comes with heavy machines. The real charm of the Trike format is stability. With two wheels at the rear, you no longer have to balance the bike at low speeds or when stopped. That means more confidence for riders who might have balance concerns, and more relaxation during long tours when fatigue would normally set in. In windy conditions, on mountain passes, or when carrying a passenger and luggage, the three-wheel setup keeps the ride composed and predictable. Comfort is at the core of the Gold Wing experience. The 2026 Trike continues the tradition with plush, supportive seating for both rider and passenger. The seating position is upright but natural, letting your back and shoulders relax while keeping your hands in an easy reach of the controls. The passenger benefits from generous back support, wide armrests, and a commanding view of the road ahead. Long days in the saddle feel less like a challenge and more like a moving lounge experience. On the technology side, this machine is as modern as they come. It features a full-color infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, allowing you to connect your phone wirelessly for navigation, music, and calls. The display is intuitive, the speakers deliver crisp sound even at highway speeds, and the handlebar controls are easy to learn. Ride modes allow you to adjust throttle response and power delivery to suit your mood, touring, sport, rain, or economy. Traction control and ABS are standard, and they work in the background to keep your ride smooth and safe. On the road, the Gold Wing Trike feels surprisingly nimble for its size. The low center of gravity provided by the flat-six engine helps it feel planted in corners. Steering is light but precise, and you do not get the typical wobble or nervousness some might expect from a three-wheeler. Instead, you get a ride that is calm, predictable, and even fun when the roads start to twist. Acceleration is smooth rather than aggressive. Twist the throttle and the power flows in a steady, controlled rush that feels more like a luxury car than a sport bike. It is not designed for drag strips, it is built for long-distance confidence. The kind of ride where you set off in the morning, cover hundreds of miles, and still feel fresh when you stop for the night. There are a few unique selling points that really set this Trike apart. First is stability, as mentioned earlier. If you are a rider who loves touring but wants extra reassurance at low speeds, this is a game changer. Second is the legendary reliability of the Gold Wing platform. These engines and drivetrains are known to go for hundreds of thousands of kilometers with minimal fuss. Owners often treat 100,000 kilometers as just getting started. Third is the luxury touring experience. Between the comfortable seating, the adjustable windscreen, the advanced infotainment, and the smooth ride, it feels less like riding a bike and more like piloting a comfortable, high-end travel machine. For those who are not mechanically minded, think of it this way: if traditional motorcycles are like sports cars, fast, sharp, but a bit tiring over long distances, this Trike is like a luxury cruiser. It glides rather than sprints. It gives you stability instead of demanding constant balance. It invites you to relax and enjoy the scenery while still keeping the thrill of open-air travel alive. Another great thing about this design is accessibility. Riders who may have knee or hip problems, or who feel less confident holding up a heavy touring bike at traffic lights, will find the Trike opens the door to adventures they might have thought were behind them. And because it is based on the Gold Wing, you do not sacrifice premium quality or road presence. It still has that unmistakable touring silhouette that turns heads at gas stations and rest stops. Long-distance riders will appreciate practical touches as well. Large luggage capacity with weather-sealed trunks, USB charging ports, heated grips and seats, cruise control, and a suspension system designed to soak up miles without punishing the rider. The rear suspension is tuned for the additional wheelbase and weight, providing a ride that feels composed even on less than perfect roads. In terms of fuel efficiency, the flat-six engine, combined with the latest ride-by-wire and mode select systems, makes the most out of each tank. You can tour confidently without constantly worrying about the next stop. Maintenance schedules are familiar to Gold Wing owners, with long service intervals and a reputation for lasting components. Who is the 2026 Honda Gold Wing Trike for? It is for the seasoned rider who has seen many roads and now wants maximum comfort without losing the essence of riding. It is for couples who love to travel together and want a platform that makes both feel included. And it is for those who see the open road not as a racetrack, but as a place to explore, to relax, and to keep going mile after mile. What it is not is a pure performance machine. It does not carve corners like a sport bike, nor is it designed for urban zipping in heavy traffic. It is wide, it is substantial, and it is built for the kind of journeys where you pack for the weekend, or even for the month, and set off to see the country. In the end, the 2026 Honda Gold Wing Trike stands as a symbol of what modern touring can be: stable, luxurious, technologically advanced, and still deeply connected to the spirit of motorcycling. It is a bridge between the classic two-wheeled touring world and a more accessible, confidence-inspiring future. If you have been considering a move to three wheels, or if you simply want the ultimate in long-distance comfort with Honda's legendary engineering behind it, this Trike is a strong contender. It takes the DNA of one of the world's most beloved touring bikes and gives it a wider, more planted footprint without losing its soul. So as you think about your next journey, whether it is across your state or across the continent, imagine doing it on something that combines the stability of a Trike with the luxury of a premium tourer. That is what the 2026 Honda Gold Wing Trike is all about.